Brain rot is a term used to describe what happens when we consume low quality, repetitive, and unchallenging content, particularly online. So, like endless scrolling, things like that. Now, your brain isn't actually rotting, so there's no medical diagnosis called brain rot. But over time, if we don't challenge our brains, we do increase our risk of cognitive decline. Our brain does naturally shrink with age, and this lack of stimulation can essentially exacerbate that. So what's really happening is that these low effort activities don't actually rest your brain. They drain your energy. So every swipe, every quick hit of novelty forces your brain to constantly task switch, which burns your mental energy on very shallow rewards. And this endless scrolling repeatedly triggers the dopamine system. And at first it feels good. But with this overstimulation, everyday activities start to feel dull and you crave more quick, easy hits. Now, meanwhile, in your prefrontal cortex, which is the area of the brain responsible for decision making and self-control, it ends up having to work overtime. And studies show that this increased activity in the medial PFC shows that even passive scrolling demands cognitive effort. They also found that activity decreases in areas like the dorsolateral and the ventrolateral PFC, and which is associated with weakening working memory and impulse control. Researchers found reduced activity in your brain's brake system, so the inferior frontal gyrus. And this means that it's harder to stop, harder to disengage, and easier to stay stuck in reactive mode, leaving you chasing short-term rewards. What helps? One option is to reduce your screen time. So one device, one activity, no scrolling, no Netflix at the same time. Another option is curating your feed. So choose content with depth, educational content, things that stimulate your brain. Number 3, challenge your brain. Read, learn, create, play music, build skills outside of your phone. Number 4, move and sleep. A healthy brain really needs a healthy body. And number 5, what you can do is seek support. If you really feel stuck, you can get help from a coach or a therapist to help you work on the habits around how you're engaging with social media.